Welcome back to Children's Music and Cochlear Implants. You are joining Karen and
Erin,
and we're here to have a wonderful, fantastic time with you for the next few minutes.
All right, so this week's topic, as you may see, is kitchen band, which is very closely related to our last video, which was the rainstorm song, and we had talked about doing the rainstorm with the different instruments from your kitchen instruments. So our tip this week is truly just to do kitchen band, and we're going to share a little bit of what kitchen band means to us. So the first thing that we would encourage you to do is to just take a bunch of things out of the cupboard, the thing your child has probably been wanting to do for so long, and bang them all together. Play with the different ways that they sound. Karen collected some lovely various mixers and utensils that all have a very different sound.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Now, when I had children that were toddlers, I had my bottom drawer just for little things like this. So when I was cooking, my children could be playing the kitchen band, and they're in the kitchen.
That's a brilliant idea if you don't like it to be too loud.
So yeah, speaking of loud, so here, some people like metal, but there are some days mothers and fathers don't want to hear the metal, so you get Tupperware. It's a little duller sound, but it just kind of helps out.
A great sound explorer. So for a little one who's an early listener, we would encourage just getting them out and trying all the different sounds and talking about, much like with the rainstorm, is it a high sound? Is it a low sound? If you have an older child who's had more exposure to music vocabulary, we encourage you to pick out your instruments. So, can we pick out a guitar? Can we pick out a horn?
Let's get the guitar.
Or a favorite, the cymbals.
The horn.
This is my favorite microphone because it actually does kind of work like a microphone. And you could talk about what a band is and all the different instruments you might find in it, or create a couple stations in your own kitchen and name them yourself, whatever you want to name them. So use all that language if you have an older one who's ready for it.
Now, when you brought up older would be like 3.5, 4 years of age, just depending on how much music they've had, the background,
how much exposure they've had to that music vocabulary. And even if they haven't, it's a great time to talk about instruments and what an instrument is. And you could kind of decide, these could be our cymbals, this could be our guitar, and then pull up some of those pictures and talk about it.
And get those drums going.
So we encourage you, as our tip this week, to do kitchen band in whatever that means to you, and let your kiddos explore all the sounds and all the instruments in your kitchen.
Okay, so kitchen band is one of my favorite things to do with all children. So here's the twist. What we'd like you to do is try having your child play along with different genres of music. What's a genre of music? Well, that's interesting you should ask, because we asked a similar question to our children at Music Adventures that we run, and we just asked, what type of music do you like, and what did they answer, Erin?
And this is children with so much language, and we're going, well, what type, not what instrument? We got 2 answers unanimously from the whole group. I like drum music, or I like cymbal music. Which are not genres.
So after 6 weeks of Music Adventures, we were very proud that our children could distinguish auditorily only between rock and roll, classical,
opera, reggae,
yes,
and I think hip hop and pop.
And we
which
found
are closely
out what
related.
they really liked. It was great.
This group loved rock and roll and pop.
So that is your twist this week. To just try to have them play along and introduce them to music that you like. You might like a little rock and roll. Turn on the rock and roll, have them listen, or even that heavy
and
metal.
talk about that it's a type of instrument, and maybe if they want to build that band, you could talk about, or a type of music genre, but what kinds of instruments might be in that genre. And then a type of music, those labels, it's category labels, and a lot of our students don't know them. So we encourage you to do that. And today we're not going to do a review because it's a pretty simple week.
It is.
We're just going to give you a little example.
So have fun and keep on playing.